It's Wednesday, December 31st, and here's some of the news beyond the headlines. A prominent Russian blogger and government critic was detained on Tuesday, just hours after being placed under house arrest in a fraud case widely seen as politically charged. Alexei Navalny was handed a suspended sentence for embezzlement, but his brother Oleg was jailed for 3.5 years. After defying house arrest to join an anti-government protest in Moscow's Red Square, authorities arrested Alexei and drove him home. Police dispersed the demonstration and detained more than 100 people. Navalny led mass rallies against President Vladimir Putin 3 years ago, when tens of thousands of people demonstrated in Moscow and St. Petersburg against government corruption. Malaysia's government has come under fire for what many are calling a slow response to the country's worst flooding in a decade. At least 21 people have been killed and nearly 250,000 evacuated from their homes. Officials say strong currents and high water levels have hampered rescue efforts. The opposition has criticized the government's reluctance to declare a state of emergency, and the public has expressed anger that their head of state was on holiday. As disaster unfolded, Prime Minister Najib Razak was photographed playing golf with President Barack Obama in Hawaii. He has since returned and toured some of the country's worst-hit areas. Scientists believe they figured out what triggered the Pan-African Ebola outbreak. After weeks of research in the tiny Guinean village of Meliandou, a group of scientists believe a 2-year-old boy contracted the virus while playing with friends in a hollow tree housing a colony of fruit bats. The consumption of meat from bats, rats, and monkeys has been linked to Ebola, but it's not believed to be the source of the current outbreak. Scientists didn't find any live virus in their tests, but did determine this type of bat can carry Ebola, suggesting the boy's exposure to the animals and their droppings were the source of the deadly virus. South Korean authorities have arrested the Korean Air heiress who held up a flight in a tantrum over a bag of nuts. On December 5th, 40-year-old Heather Cho ordered a plane to turn back on the runway in New York after a steward served her macadamia nuts in a packet instead of on a plate. She's being charged with violating aviation safety laws, coercion, and interference in the execution of duty. A government investigation has revealed attempts to cover up the incident, sparking a debate as to the special treatment offered to the children of Korean business dynasties. Cho has resigned from her VP post at the airline. She and her father, who runs the company, have both issued apologies. Check out the VICE News YouTube channel for more original reporting and documentaries from around the world.
When Jerusalem is abused, as it has been recently, Jerusalem erupts, and what we're seeing is the crunching of the tectonic plates of civilizations, and it's all taking place within Silwan. It's literally the core of the volcano.